Hey, explorers, ever wondered what happens when cities are left behind, frozen in time, as if the people vanished overnight? Today, we're taking you on a haunting journey through the top 5 abandoned cities in the world. These places are more than just ghost towns. They hold stories of natural disasters, human conflict, and mysterious disappearances. So buckle up and get ready for a spine-chilling tour of some of the most intriguing abandoned places on Earth. Starting at number 5, we're heading to the Mediterranean island of Cyprus, where we find Varosha. Once a thriving tourist hotspot, Varosha was the go-to vacation destination in the 1970s. But in 1974, during the Turkish invasion of Cyprus, the residents fled, and this glamorous beach resort was abandoned almost overnight. The eerie part? It's been left nearly untouched ever since hotels with beds still made, shops with mannequins wearing 70s fashion. For decades, this ghost town has been off-limits, fenced off from the world, and frozen in time, waiting for its former residents who may never return. At number 4, we're flying across the globe to Japan, where we find Hashima Island, also known as Battleship Island. This tiny island off the coast of Nagasaki is one of the most iconic abandoned places in the world. In the early 19s, Hashima Island was a booming coal mining facility, home to over 5,000 workers and their families. It had everything: schools, homes, restaurants, even a hospital. But by the 1970s, coal was replaced by oil, and the island's economy collapsed. The residents quickly left, and what remains today is a concrete jungle of decaying buildings, left to battle the harsh sea winds. You might recognize this eerie island from the James Bond film Skyfall. Its desolation is straight out of a dystopian movie. Next, at number 3, we're heading to the United States, where we find the infamous Centralia, Pennsylvania. Centralia was once a bustling mining town, but in 1962, everything changed. A coal seam beneath the town caught fire, and it's been burning ever since. Smoke and toxic gases seeped up from the ground, forcing nearly all the residents to leave. Today, only a handful of people remain, but most of the town is abandoned, with roads crumbling and houses left to decay. What makes Centralia even more famous is that it inspired the fictional town of Silent Hill. So if you're a fan of creepy horror stories, Centralia's real-life nightmare is even more chilling. At number 2, we're diving deep into one of the most infamous abandoned cities in history, Pripyat, Ukraine. Pripyat was once a thriving city, home to workers of the nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant. But in 1986, everything changed when the Chernobyl disaster struck. Within days, the entire population of 50,000 was evacuated, leaving behind a city frozen in time. Today, it stands as a chilling reminder of the nuclear catastrophe. Schools with lesson plans still on the chalkboards, toys scattered in kindergartens, and the infamous Ferris wheel that never spun for the children it was built for. Pripyat has become a dark tourist destination, drawing those fascinated by the devastation that remains. And finally, at number 1, we're taking you to the sands of southern Africa, to the Namib Desert, where you'll find Kolmanskop, Namibia. In the early 19s, Kolmanskop was a booming diamond mining town, founded by German settlers. At its peak, it had everything: a hospital, a ballroom, even a bowling alley in the middle of the desert. But by the 1950s, the diamonds ran out, and so did the people. What's left is a surreal landscape where entire houses have been swallowed by the desert, with sand filling every room. Walking through Kolmanskop feels like stepping into another world, where nature is slowly reclaiming what was once man-made. It's a stunning, haunting reminder of how quickly fortunes and cities can be abandoned. So, there you have it, the top 5 abandoned cities in the world. Each one tells a different story of human ambition, disaster, or mystery. Which one intrigued you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.